Police in several states dealing with so-called swatting incidents. Just days after that tragedy in Nashville, fake calls coming in threatening schools all across the country, including Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Colorado. Correspondent Sloan Glass is live for us in New York City. And Sloan, real or not, a massive police response to a school has to be upsetting to students, to staff, and to parents.
Exactly, Nicole. It's psychologically draining. It pulls police from actual emergency, and it shows schools' vulnerabilities. We look into why hoax school shooting calls are happening at an alarming rate. It's been called the second curse of school shootings.
From my perspective, this is a form of terrorism.
Tuesday, more than 24 Massachusetts schools were the targets of swatting calls. And on Wednesday, first responders swarming schools in Utah, Pittsburgh, Southern California, Kansas. The list growing throughout the day. Students barricading themselves in classrooms. Parents receiving the nightmare phone call.
Obviously, anything related to school shootings in today's day and age, the police respond.
All the calls fake, but the emotional effect is real. These swatting calls coming in the aftermath of the deadly school shooting in Nashville that claimed the lives of 6 people. Jennifer Dobler is a former intelligence analyst with the FBI.
This is a way to inflict pain and terror on local communities, on families. It's also a way to drain resources. It's a way to learn about communities and what their responses are. It's a way to occupy law enforcement resources for long periods of time.
Swatting is not a new phenomenon, but the practice is becoming more common. Estimates of swatting cases in the U.S. jumped from 400 cases in 2011 to more than 1,000 in 2019, according to the Anti-Defamation League. The key difference between the calls today is technology. The previous offenders did not have the capabilities to mass numbers or use a voice over IP. In a press release Wednesday regarding the series of swatting calls in Western PA, Pennsylvania State Police said all the calls had similar content and the calls were computer generated.
And so it was much easier to identify perpetrators and to hold them accountable. It's a wildly different situation now. Many times these swatting incidents come from overseas.
And Jennifer's own family was recently the victim of swatting.
It's something that our community is still feeling, even a month later, as we continue to watch things happen in other parts of the country. It's not just financial. It takes a mental and emotional toll on communities for long periods of time that go far beyond the morning or the day of the incident.
You can see that this is a complicated issue because police have to respond to every emergency call, and it is a particular drain on rural communities where police and law enforcement have less resources.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.